Hi there, Simon from simonwoods.com. Wine Relief. We are today on Virgin's red wines. Well, actually not all red. I've got a pink to start with. Les Arbousiers, Coteaux du Languedoc, 2009. Doesn't say on what it's made from. Hasn't got a back label at all, so can't really tell anything from it. But I imagine if it is in keeping with quite a lot of the other Coteaux du Languedoc rosés, there'll be a bit of Shiraz, there'll probably be a bit of Mourvèdre, there'll be a bit of Grenache, there'll be a bit of Sanso, there might even be some Carignan in there. Those sorts of warm, spicy grapes, which can make terrific rosés. Let's see if this is one of them. Raspberries, yeah, red berries, plum. It's like one of those summer fruit pies with some plums in, some strawberries, but bits of apple in there as well. Smells like it's going to be clean, fresh, quite full-bodied, and feels like it's going to be on the dry side. 12.5%, so not too bloated a rosé. Let's try it. It's rosé for grown-ups. There's a slight sandy, earthy spiciness to these fruit flavours. And some rosés taste like white wines. That you close your eyes and you think, I could be basically drinking a white wine here. This one has certainly got red fruit characters coming through. Doesn't feel like it's full and voluptuous and big and ripe and juicy like a red wine, but it has got that extra weight of flavour. You know you're drinking a wine rather than just some water with a bit of alcohol in there. Tasty, perfect. Yes, it's a nice day here. It's February, but and I'd love to be on the beach somewhere down in the Languedoc, eating this with some prawns or some bouillabaisse or something like that. And, I think I'll maybe have another sip just to try and recall those memories. Nice start. Okay, next three. There's a common thread here. I don't know if there was any Shiraz in that first one, but Shiraz/Shiraz plays a part in all these next three. This first one, Clare Valley Shiraz, the Black Pig. So 100% Shiraz. Clare Valley, which is, if you head up from the Barossa, it's basically the next bit up. Now, this is interesting. I was in Clare Valley in December. It's February now, and one of the characters that I picked up in quite a lot of the reds, which I don't get in this one, is this like minty eucalyptus character. There's always this like earthy richness, warm-hearted fruit flavour, but sometimes there's this mint and eucalypt, and it can tend to take over the wine. The good thing about this is I don't notice any of it at all. What I do notice is robust, rich, dark black fruit, black currants, blackberries. Yeah, it's like essence of dark fruit. And there's some, like a chocolatey edge, a bit of smoky oak in there too. It smells like it's going to be warm-hearted, rich, welcoming wine. Well, I really like that. I have to be honest, big beefy Shirazes don't really flirt my boat as much as some other styles of wines, but in terms of its warm-hearted honesty, richness of this dark fruit flavour, I can't fault it. And then when you add in these extra earthy, almost like mineral iron-rich characters, it's a really terrific wine, and surprising myself by how much I love it. It's called the Black Pig, and it's got, what's it say on the back label? Blah, 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 blah. Enjoy this wine with some well-prepared winter fare, and depending on your take of things, a few lashes of crackling. Well, I think it's a crackling wine, and well, I'll have another sip. Ripper. Let's see if the next Aussie can be up to as much. It is a year older, and we're going further south into McLaren Vale here. And this is Beneficio Shiraz Grenache Mourvèdre, Cellar Reserve. And Cellar Reserve means absolutely nothing. It's just sort of words that people plonk on a bottle to make it sound a bit more prestigious than it actually is. But hey, this is for wine relief, so I'm not going to diss a wine like this just because it's got some words on the label that don't mean anything. Let's try it. Well, this doesn't smell quite as joyful as the Black Pig, but it's got this warm, earthy heart. There is some of that slight eucalypt mint character here, even though it's not Clare Valley, and it feels like it's not as immediately spicy and fruity, but it feels like it's got earthy undercurrents that could jump up and surprise you. Let's taste it and see if they jump up and surprise me. Well, it's warm-hearted, chocolatey, licoricey, intense. Bit of what I call dry brown sugar. If you imagine the smell of molasses rather than the taste of molasses, You get that character coming through. Bit of that iron character as well. For me, it's not quite as it's as rich and full-bodied as the black pig, but maybe not hasn't got the extra layers of complexity that the black pig has. But certainly a very nice, tasty, stew-friendly glass of wine. Final wine. We are still in the southern hemisphere, but we are in Chile now, in the Colchagua Valley, with Etnico Syrah Malbec, limited edition Reserva. More words which, well, I won't say anything more about that. 2007. And Etnico, they're bottled by Viñedos Emiliana. Emiliana, I think they've got part of the world's biggest biodynamic vineyard. They're big into their organics. I don't know whether this is an organic wine, but let's give it a whirl. It's got a smell for me that is very chilly. I don't mean cold chili. It is typical of Chile. It's what I call blackcurrant pastils. What's good about this is it's 4 years old now. You get them when they've got that blackcurrant pastel character when they're young. It's really hard to get past it. But now what's starting to come up through here, and I don't know whether it's the bit of Malbec that's in there. There's like a more violet-like character, bit of perfume and richness of like plummy fruit as well. So taste it and see how we get on. Rich, powerful wine. And the strange thing is, it feels, of these three reds, feels like the least ready to drink of them. It still feels like there's a bit of knitting together that needs to be done. I get this slightly, the oak pokes out just a little bit too much. The alcohol is there, you notice that. And then there's this blackcurrant fruit and this more violety, plummy edge of Malbec. Wouldn't be surprised if I kept that bottle open to see it tasting even better tomorrow than it does today. But tasty. I don't like it certainly as much as the black pig. I put it on a par with the Beneficio, but nice set of 4 wines. And you know what? If I were putting together a mixed case of this lot, I'd maybe do 6 black pigs and 2 each of all the others. But as long as you buy some and you raise money for wine relief, I'm not bothered what you go for. See you soon.